So the question is given, we have to convert NFA to DFA. So what we have to do, we have to find the epsilon closure of X. So we'll start with the initial state. Q0 is the initial state. As a rule, Q0 is included. Q0 on epsilon goes to Q1. Q1 is included. Q1 on epsilon goes to nothing. But Q0 on epsilon goes to Q3. Q3 is the final state. That's why the Q0 is marked as the final state. Now what is the only symbol? The only symbol is A. So what is Y? This is your Y. Y on A we have to determine. So Q0 on A nothing. Q1 on A goes to Q2. Okay. Now what will be the next state that we have to consider? We have to consider Q2. So we are considering Q2 here. We have to find the epsilon closure of Q2. Q2, and as a rule, Q2 will be included in the epsilon closure of Q2. From the Q2 on epsilon goes to Q1 also, goes to Q3 also. As the Q3 is included in the final state in the epsilon closure of Q2, so Q2 will be marked as the final state. Now this whole, which is Y on A. So Q2 on A nothing. Q1 on A goes to Q2. No other new reachable state is generated. So this is the end of creating the table. Now what will the next step? Next step is renaming to give name as A and B. Drop epsilon closure. So this will be B and B. So after redrawing, what we got? We got A, B, which are the final states with the same entry. So start with the bottom. B is present here. B is present. Duplicate entries of B. Check the status. Status is same. So wherever we have to remove B, and wherever we have B, we have to replace by A. So this is what we got after reduction. So the DFA will be what? Initial and final state on A goes to itself. This is how we have reduced the given NFA to DFA. Now the second question, again conversion from NFA to DFA. The diagram is given. What will start? We will consider X, which is the initial state. We have to find the epsilon closure. We have found the epsilon closure. After that, we have to find which is Y. So what are the possible input symbols? The possible input symbols are A and B. So Y on A and Y on B. So after finding this epsilon closure, the transition with this epsilon closure on A is Q3, and the transition on B will be Q7. So what will be the next step? The next step, before that, Q9, which is the final state, is present in the epsilon closure of Q0. So Q0 will be marked as a final state. Now the next reachable state is Q3. We will consider Q3. We have to find the epsilon closure of Q3. We found the epsilon closure of Q3. Then this will become Y. Y on A. Y on A goes to Q3, and on B goes to nothing. Now what will be the next reachable state? Next reachable state is Q7. This is Q7 and the epsilon closure of the Q7. Okay. Plus in Q3 also, Q9 is present, which is the final state. So the Q3 will be marked as the final state. In the epsilon closure, Q7 also contains Q9. So this Q7 is also marked as the final state. Now this will become Y. Y on A goes to nothing. Y on B goes to Q7. Any other new reachable state that we have to consider? No new reachable state is generated. So this is the end of creating the table. What will be the next step? Next step will be renaming. We have renamed as A, B and C. See here that we have to drop the epsilon closure, and after renaming we got this table. Now we will try to find out whether the table can be minimized or not. As no duplicate entries are present, we cannot further minimize the table. And then what will be the next step? The next step is we have to draw the diagram for DFA. So this is how we draw. This is the diagram for DFA. So this is how we have converted the given NFA to DFA.